Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in. This is Tamika's Den. I'm Tamika. Get on in here, y'all. Get on in here. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. You are now in the den. So, guys, this is Tyler Perry's True Colors, Season 6, Episode 9. I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. We got arguing. We got everybody calling everybody a damn B. Child, we got messiness, foolishness, foolery, shenanigans that only Tyler Perry can give, honey. We got, of course, the team up, Fatima. Well, Zach showed up too, so we might as well say Zatima showing up to Karen's house. And we all acting a damn fool. We acting like we ain't got a freaking sense in the world that God gave a roach, you know. We gonna carry on. We gonna call out Andy and the girls and want to kick them out too because apparently we ain't being friends like we should be. You know, this is a whole behind mess, y'all, that I really did not need. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the storyline. Throw the whole daggone thing away. I do not care. I do not want to know nothing else about this. It does absolutely nothing for me. Where are we going with this? Okay, you now sitting with a gun. You got a gun. Fatima got a gun. Shoot, Madam got a gun. So what y'all gonna do? Both take each other out? Then Madam, as a matter of fact, got bombs. So what's she gonna do? Blow up the whole daggone building? Like, girl, what is really happening here? Where's Miss Lisa? Can somebody please call Miss Lisa? All right, I need y'all to get Miss Lisa on the landline because she the only one that seems to be able to talk some damn sense into Karen. To be honest, Karen and Aaron is twins, and Zach and Fatima is twins at this point. And Andy and Gary is twins, and we all playing games, and we all wasting time, and we on a damn merry-go-round, and I want to get the heck on up out of here, y'all. And what is Maurice doing? Maurice act like he has some sense for 2 seconds and was actually taking accountability, went back to saying he was going to take daggone Q out, and then decided to go down to the freaking precinct and tell the freaking officer that him and Q was the ones that was in on it. Child, what is this, y'all? What is this? Can somebody explain it to me like I'm a 4-year-old? Please. But anyway, we gonna go ahead and we gonna get into this episode, break it on down, take it from the top. You know how we do. So, y'all, we basically picked up exactly where we left off. Fatima comes in. She's, angry. She's saying she want to do, Shirley is me. Girl, why? Why? I really don't want to see these 2 women argue over Zach, and I definitely don't want to see them end up getting physical over Zach. Fatima says the only reason why she's not getting physical, the only thing that is holding her back is the fact that Karen is carrying this daggone baby. She's telling her to get out her house over and over and over, and she's actually telling Andy, you say this is your friend. This is your friend, right? Tell her to get out my house. And Andy is telling, Fatima, like, this is Karen's house. This is wrong. At one point, she even tries to use the boss card and say, I'm your boss, so you need to go ahead and step up out of here now. And she like, yeah, girl, you my boss from 9 to 5. You ain't my boss now. I'm not leaving until I say my piece, okay? Child. So we get the back and forth between them 2, both yelling at each other, both saying that the other one is a B. Then, Karen want to tell her, aren't you the one that sleep with all your co-workers? And where would Karen even get that idea at, Here go Fatima coming back. No, boo, that's your friend. As a matter of fact, that's all of y'all. I said, Lord, the shade of it all. Okay, I was happy to see Zach show up. I figured he would. Child, I wish it could have been sooner, but a couple seconds later, in the midst of them going back and forth, because Andy, Sabrina, and damn Danny was not able to freaking calm neither one of them down. You got Andy and Sabrina trying to push Karen back, and you got Danny trying to push, Fatima back. So finally, Zach shows up, and apparently, Fatima had put it on him and knocked him out. And he like, I knew your behind was going to do something slick when I seen, that I woke up and you wasn't there no more. So he done pulled up, and of course she telling Zach to get her up out of the, her house or whatever, right? Now, in the mix of all of this or whatever, he's telling both of them to calm down, telling both of them to stop it. And Karen gotta be freaking extra, y'all. No, she didn't turn around and say, oh, did you tell her that you took me to the diner? First of all, he didn't take you to the diner. You took him. He didn't even remember that this was somewhere that y'all went before on the first date or something like that. You had to remind him of that, sweetie. Then gonna say, did you tell her we slept in the bathroom together, child? And he was like, that was 3 years ago before I even got with her. So why are we bringing that up, Karen? Child. Then she proceeds to basically give him this envelope or throw the envelope on the floor, telling him to pick it up or whatever. And he's saying no, he's not going to pick it up. He's like, Fatima, come on, can we just get out of here? In the meantime, they saying that, this is stressful on the baby or whatever the case may be, and she don't need this or whatever. And so, even Zach turned and was like, I know what you're doing. And Karen, you need to calm your behind down. He's like, I'm saying, you out of pocket. You lying about that or whatever the case may be. And he was like, I don't know why you even doing this at this point. It's really getting to be embarrassing or whatever, right? And so, of course, Karen is saying that this is the father of her child. And Fatima's pretty much like, we don't know that. So once she says that, she's like, yeah, well, the baby is his, right? And pushes the envelope into him. But, he don't take it. So it had ended up on the floor. And they keep telling him to pick it up. And, oh, surprise, surprise, surprise. Here comes Aaron walking in, at the wrong time, or as Danny say, maybe even the right time. And he's asking what's going on. And even though he sees that Zach is trying to get Fatima out the house, he actually turns and starts to tell Zach how he needs to leave. And I'm like, make it make sense. You see him trying to get Fatima to leave, so you're not helping the situation either. In the meantime, Karen is pretty much telling everybody to get out. She's telling the girls they could get the hell out too, and Zach is telling Aaron to leave me the hell alone. And now we trying to stop and prevent a fight happening between him and Aaron, the same way we was just trying to stop a fight and prevent a fight between Fatima and damn Karen, child. Okay? And she just sitting there looking damn with the crazy ass face when Aaron is asking her, is she okay? Now, in the meantime, Aaron proceeds to even inject himself into the whole envelope on the floor when he's saying he don't want to pick it up. He don't want to see her. And he's telling Fatima to stop listening to her and let's go. Even Aaron is over here talking about some pick up the paper. Why don't you look at it? And Karen keeps telling him to look at it. Look at it. And he's telling her stop. It's embarrassing. She's like, Zach, why don't you tell her how much you love me? Why don't you tell her about the coffee shop? At this point, Fatima's laughing in her damn face. And he's just telling her, like, don't do that or whatever, right? And so, child, now we embarrassed. Now we on the verge of damn tears. And we gonna proceed to curse the girls out once we get in child Fatima out the house finally or whatever, right? And now we gonna turn and tell Andy this is all her fault and she ain't no friend and she needs to leave because she wasn't getting her out of the house. She kept asking her to get out the house and she wasn't able to. Girl, bye. Okay, I'm sorry, but I could not be no friend of damn Karen's because how is it now Andy's fault? How? Houseway, make it make sense. I'm sorry. I don't agree with that. To me, you being a friend, you talking about some pig size. First of all, I could be friends with whoever the hell I want to be friends with. We not 5 years old. We grown-ass women. That's number one. Number two, me being your friend does not mean that I stick by you when you're doing wrong or you're doing ignorant. Not in my opinion. That's not the kind of friends I want. That's not how I roll. That's not the kind of friend that I would be. Me being a friend and you being a friend to me means that me and you keep it real with each other no matter what, through thick and thin, whether you like what I'm saying, you agree with what I'm saying, or you don't. Sometimes you got to sit in it for a minute. You may be pissed with me in that minute, but at least by the next day or maybe the rest of the week or whatever, you take that time to think and it's like, yeah, my friend was actually telling me the right damn thing. That's what a friend is to me. It doesn't mean I sugarcoated it. It doesn't mean that I tell you right when you wrong. I'm not even that way with my family. I'm damn sure not going to be that way when it comes come to a friend. I'm sorry. That to me, I don't roll with that. Okay. So she basically turns on all of them and telling all of them that they could get the hell out the house or whatever the case may be, right? She throws Danny and Sabrina into it as well. And, you know, basically Danny like, how I get in this? All right, this some bullshit. And to be honest with you, Danny, I agree. The whole storyline is bullshit to me at this point. I'm just really not feeling it at all. I don't know why we here. Okay. Why are we here? Why are we here? That is what it's giving me. I'm so sick of it, y'all. I honestly am. And, you know, they was basically telling Aaron that he should go ahead and go. They like, yeah, why? You know, Danny tells him, why you popping up without being announced, without calling, without anybody inviting you here? Like, y'all dudes gotta, you know what I'm saying? Always gotta come when nobody asked for y'all. And so he finally gets out of here, you know, whatever, right? And so Andy's just like, I tried to ask her and she's like, no, you didn't. And she's like, yes, I did. And she's like, go. I'm sorry, but like I said, this is what, the third time Andy's getting kicked out of Karen House, child. You wouldn't have seen me no more. All right. Now you telling me choose her friendship or mine. You keep saying both of us is your friends or whatever, right? And you know, Sabrina was saying we not leaving, and Danny was like, well, why all of a sudden you talking about we got to get out your house? You just was at my house telling me how much you love me and how you was going to stick behind, beside me no matter what. But now all of a sudden you want to throw me out. Like, come on, sit your behind down somewhere, calm down, act like you got some freaking sense. And she talking about still, no, get out, get out, get out, get out. Okay. And she was like, this is my house. I want y'all to get out, yelling and screaming. So then Sabrina's like, well, maybe we should go ahead and go because she's getting really upset. She don't need to be upset like this. She could end up, she's right. She got a point. That's because it upset the baby, because now she going to talk about she could miscarry. And Andy was saying it wasn't healthy for the baby or whatever. Right. So she go ahead in the room to hide out since they still was in the living room and they wasn't leaving. Then we gonna have a back and forth between Andy and Danny, where Danny is me, child, because she was trying to pick that envelope to look inside of it, and Andy over here talking about some, no, Danny, just leave it. And Danny basically told her, girl, either give me that or I'm gonna move you out the way. So she gives it to her, and I found it hilarious once she gives it to her. She's talking about some, what does it say? And looking, baby, why was it a blank paper? Why did we have a blank paper, Karen? And what if Zach would have really opened that in front of everybody and really embarrassed the hell out of you even more? What was you trying to prove by giving them a blank paper? And they like, is she freaking bluffing? Like, let's get the hell up out of here. Yeah, we should go. So now when we get downstairs, Zach was actually still down there, and Aaron gonna come and stand his behind there too. And we gonna continue to have a back and forth where he's like, I'm not leaving as long as he's here. I'm gonna still stand here too while he's here. But Zach is basically like, nah, I'm here because at the end of the day, I know Fatima, she will circle back and come back here. So I'm trying to make sure that she actually did go home before I get there. Andy's like, he got a point. And at one point, Andy's like, well, I'll stay here and be the lookout for her. And he like, oh, wow, you real? Thanks a lot. He like, well, let's see what good that's going to do. And Danny's like, yeah, he kind of got a point there because you really couldn't do much when you was upstairs. You couldn't get her up out of there, whatever. Then Andy's like, oh, I guess I'm the worst friend ever. And Danny's basically like, nah, girl, that's not what I was saying. I'm just playing with you. So Andy go ahead and leave first. Danny pretty much follows behind her and is like, oh, I'm about to go ahead on my date. Okay, somebody should still, enjoy themselves tonight. And why don't it, why not it be me? Shoot, I'm out here looking good. Done got all dressed up. I'm going to my date. I was not mad at Danny, so she leaves. So at this point, it's just Sabrina, Aaron and Zach. Now they still going back and forth, and he want to ask Zach, well, honest question, what you going to do if that is your baby? You just gonna ignore it? You don't take care of your kids? You don't want the responsibility? Why didn't you, pick up the paper? And Zach is still telling him like, leave me the hell alone. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Where's your kids at? Okay, that's how he always gets to shut Aaron damn behind down, because ain't nobody seen you call or ask about them damn kids since they left, child. All right. And Zach notices like, wait a minute, am I smelling liquor on your breath? Ain't you supposed to be doing some type of recovery? So then when Sabrina gets to talking to him, because she does finds out from Zach, like, did she make it home? And he's like, yeah. And she's like, okay, then you go ahead home too. So then she's left standing there with Aaron, and she like, wait a minute, Zach is right. Like, oh, you reeking of damn liquor. Now, she ain't say that. I'm saying that. But she smells it too and was like, wait, aren't you supposed to be in recovery? Like, what's going on here? Why is there liquor on your breath? Like, you're not in a position to, be going and talking to Karen about anything either. Like, do you even care about Karen? Oh, I love Karen. So she's like, okay, well, if you love her, then that's not what's best for her. She ends up giving him her phone and telling him to put his number in it and saying that she will call him and update him on anything, going on with Karen and how she's coming along. But right now he's not helping, and she don't need to have him there that way. I said, Sabrina, I don't even know why you told him you would update him, girl, because knowing damn Aaron, he gonna be calling your damn phone down, harassing you too, or still gonna be showing right back up to Karen's house by the morning any damn way. And he's swearing he only had one damn drink or whatever. Boy, bye. So now, of course he was saying it's not really none of his business, but what's the hold that Zach have on, Karen and blah, blah, blah. Who gives a damn? So anyway, Sabrina gets him to leave and she goes back upstairs. Now the door's wide open at this point. She's walking in like, why is the door wide open? Here go Karen. Oh, I'm leaving it open just in case she come back. I'm going to have something ready for her. So since she had the gun pointing straight forward, in Sabrina's direction, she like, can you go ahead and point that another way? And she's like, really? What's that supposed to do? Are you even thinking about your baby? And she's talking about nobody's thinking about the baby or whatever. And she was like, girl, doesn't matter whether other people is thinking about it or not. Are you thinking about it? What are you going to do to make sure that you have a healthy baby in pregnancy or whatever the case may be? She don't want to hear that. And then Sabrina's saying, I'm going to talk to you whether you want me to talk to you or not. I have something to tell you. Oh, no, I don't want to hear what you got to say. I'm stressed out. And that's the end of it. And she still was saying, Karen, listen. She was like, we love you. We all do. We all care about you. And we all want the best for you or whatever the case may be. And she was like, oh, you all love me, but y'all all let that go down. And it's like, girl, whether you agree with us or not, I was with Sabrina on this part because, baby, I'm sorry. She talking about she ain't no friend. No, she not, and all of this. Honey, a real friend would have put you in your damn place a long time ago. I'm sorry, sweetie. They've been being a little too delicate, tiptoeing and falling into your damn foolishness. And in my opinion, that's why you keep going with this damn craziness as long as you have been. If somebody would have kept it real with you and told you how the hell it was from the get-go, maybe some of this shit would have been avoided. I'm sick of this, yo. Trying to be calm, yo. I'm trying to be calm. So then she proceeds to say, oh, well, hey, listen. And Karen is like, what? And she was like, she's not coming back. Oh, I wish she would. I want her to, as a matter of fact. And then she proceeds to pick up the phone. So at this point, it's like, are you threatening Andy too? Because one minute we was threatening Fatima, saying she might be coming back. And the next minute we act like we about to call up Andy to start something with her. And so, Sabrina got ahead and snatched the phone from her and was like, nah, we not calling nobody. We not doing that or whatever, right? And so she talking about she see the true colors and all of that. And, that's when Sabrina was saying, guess what? You the one that really got to think about this damn baby and your pregnancy. And here she go, this is messed up, Brina. And she like, yeah, I know it is. And she's basically like, no, you don't. You don't know what it is. Did you see how he looked at me? Did you see how he came for me? I was fine. I was moving on. And then the way that he came at me and then taking me to the diner and coming to see how everything was and saying that he was going to help me. And she was like, yeah, girl, I saw it. I saw that. And he was worried about you just like we all was worried about you. Then here we go. Wait a minute. We having an epiphany now. Oh, he did all of this to gaslight me. He's gaslighting me. And Sabrina's like, no, I don't think that's what he's doing, girl. Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's gaslighting me. He's playing with me. He's trying to make me crazy. Girl, you crazy already, honey. You already there. We need to get a counselor, a psychiatrist, a psychological, a psychologist, baby. We need everybody on the line. And I'm not even saying that to be funny, because I go for therapy on a regular basis. I feel like everybody in this world should freaking have it, okay? I'm all for counseling therapy. Ain't no shame in it. If you need help, if you're struggling, that's where you need to be. At this point, your friends really can't honestly give you the help that you need. That's where you need to be, Karen. Because obviously this whole situation is too overwhelming for you. You're going through too much. You did have this fire and all these other things that have happened to you. You are carrying a lot of baggage with your relationship that you have with Zach. To be honest, if I was your friend, I would be telling you the next damn day to call up that doctor as well as the freaking medical doctor. It ain't just medical and physical we have to go to sometimes. We got to take care of the mental just as much, and that's a fact. Okay? And so from there, she basically was saying, you know, what else could it be, that's what he was trying to do or whatever the case may be. And she was like, what? And then, you know, Sabrina was just still sitting there shaking her head, and she was like, well, I don't know what else to say. And Sabrina told her, well, you need to go ahead and relax. You know, I know that he loves you. I know that we love you. And she basically was saying, you know, she know. And she was like, I just think that he was scared that the fire was happening just like all the rest of us. And then she gonna talk about something he was playing her. And she was like, no, girl, he was not playing you or whatever. And she said, well, Brina, you could go ahead and get out of my house, because of course that's what Karen gonna do when she don't like what, you know what I'm saying, is being said to her. She like, you and all the other ladies could leave me the hell alone. So at this point, Sabrina kept saying she wasn't doing that, and then she's like, I'm gonna go ahead and go to sleep, right? And so Sabrina was like, well, I'm gonna call you when you calm down. And she's like, please don't. Now, child, here comes damn Pam. I don't know how long she was standing there, how much she heard. What's going on here? What's happening? Hey, Sabrina, what happened here? She like, girl, nothing. We good. You know, everything is fine. And she like, really? You know, nothing happening. Nothing going on. It sure looked like it to me. I came by to check on Karen because I wasn't getting no answer on the phone. She like, well, I got her phone right here and she's fine. I promise. You know, are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. So she tells her, you know, try calling her tomorrow morning. She said tomorrow morning. And why is the door open? You know, no reason, Pam. It's just open. We gonna, you know, you could call her tomorrow. So she was like, girl, why? I said, Lord, only Pam, child, only Pam. So Sabrina's like, I think that's a better time to talk, and I think we should go now. She was like, you leaving? She was like, yeah, we're leaving. You know, so she talking about, I still want to check on her. She was like, no, she fine. I promise you could talk to her tomorrow. So she's like, okay, girl, I'll leave with you. You know, but that bitch be holding the gas. So we got to make sure, you know, what's going on. I said, child, Karen, you done had the whole neighborhood at your house tonight, okay? And all you wanted was Zach. So now we get over to Maurice. And he comes, see, I'm okay. I'm all right. I told you I wasn't going to do nothing to myself. Yeah, I'm still alive. You know, for 2 seconds, we actually had him act like he had some damn sense, because Calvin starts to say, like, yo, what are we really going to do about this situation? He's like, at the end of the day, Sabrina's innocent in all of this. You know, she really does not deserve this. And this was not her fault and everything. And for once, we actually do have Maurice take some accountability and say, look, Sabrina really don't deserve this at all, okay? You know, like he agrees, because Calvin was saying she's calm. She's not hell-bent on revenge. She just want to be able to continue and, you know, go on with her life. And it's like, look what he did to him or whatever, you know. And that was you that slept with him and all of that. And so at first, Maurice was like, I already feel bad about this. You trying to make me feel worse. And he's like, I'm not trying to make you feel worse. I'm just trying to actually have you take some accountability of the situation. Because we know Maurice's way of dealing with things is for him to joke. And so he basically finally was like, look, Sabrina didn't have anything to do with this. She shouldn't have been brought into it. You know, she does deserve better, and it's going to be all right. She won't be, you know, going down for this. I don't know if you know this, but, you know, I actually know that she is kind, and she's basically so sweet and so kind-hearted and stuff like that, and one of the most sensitive people that I know. And so I think that's the most serious we've seen Maurice in a long time, and she doesn't deserve this. And so Calvin is like, I know, or whatever the case may be, right? So he was like, I knew I had to do something to him. And of course we still child get back to him saying that he want to go ahead and take, damn Q out and delete him, which I can't, blame Maurice for feeling that way. But we know that that's not going to solve things. That's probably just going to make you be in the worst situation. But he's saying it probably also would make him feel a whole hell of a lot better. And so, Calvin was saying ain't no sense in crying about it now. We just got to wait and see how this is all going to get straightened out. And so, Maurice again is like, I know a way to straighten it out. And he's basically like, not like that. And then he just still says he knows how to straighten it out. And Calvin is like, fine, baby. I wasn't expecting the route that he went when he said that. But I'm like, okay, Maurice, child, let's see where that story gonna go. So now Zach comes home and he's there with Fatima. And he tells her like, yo, you was wrong, right? Oh no, I wasn't wrong. How was I wrong? And he was like, yeah, you was wrong. Like, what the hell did you go over there for? Because she said she was going to leave the door open. And sometimes you got to come in and talk woman to woman and let a person know where you stand at. And now it's solidified. Everybody understands where I'm coming from. Because he was like, yeah, everybody knows now. And she was like, yeah, now everybody do. She was like, shoot, she said she was going to leave the damn door open for you. So I went over there. I'm sick of her shit or whatever. But Zach was like, listen, she said she been smiling and being nice and she tired of all of that. And he was like, look, you don't even have nothing against her. You don't hate her. And she was like, no, I don't hate her, okay? But I'm just tired of the foolishness and the foolery or whatever, right? And so he was like, you can't ever do nothing like that again. And what if she would have came over here? Of course, she like, oh, I wish she would have came over here. He's like, yo, she be carrying a gun and all of that. And he's like, yeah, I know you carried a gun too. But that's my point. Like, so what, y'all gonna shoot each other down? That's what we gonna do? Then where we gonna be at? Somebody gonna be dead or both of y'all gonna be hurt. One of y'all gonna be in jail. Like, what are we accomplishing then? For Zach? Okay. So, nonetheless, she was asking why he didn't pick up that paper, and he basically was like, because she don't even have my DNA, so how would she do a test anyway? So he pretty much already knew that Cameron was just bluffing. And she's like, all right, well, she does have the preacher's DNA, so if it's not his, then wouldn't that basically mean that it's yours? And he's like, no, not necessarily. So, he was saying like, listen, I'm going upstairs to go lay down and go to bed because I see you still in your damn place. And she's like, nah, actually, I'm calm. And he like, this is calm? This is what you call calm? And she was pretty much like, yeah, this is as calm as I could get. So he like, okay, well, tell you what, because she, when he said he was going to bed, she said she was going to sit down here. Zach pulled up a damn chair, child. That part did make me a little tickled. I ain't gonna lie. And folded up his leg and was like, all right, well, then you go ahead and sit there and I'm going to sit here too. She's basically telling him to keep his his eyes wide open. And he was like, he is going to keep them open. They always open. And he was like, where that damn purse of yours at? Okay, killer, because we know how you do. So now Zach about to be up all damn night watching damn Fatima, I guess, child. I don't know. So, we move on to their child, to Hayden telling Gary, oh, I got the papers. I did the annulment and I'm about to go in and tell her now. And I don't know how to tell her boo-hoo-hoo. So he go in, and of course Tamara is not happy to hear this news. Okay. He walk in and he talking about, oh, you look so good. And she like, yeah, I got this outfit especially for you. I guess she done cooked him up some food or ordered it or whatever. And of course he proceeds to say, listen, I think we went a little too fast with this whole wedding thing. We really didn't know each other like that, this marriage thing. And she's like, so what? We getting a divorce? And he's like, nah, I put in for an annulment. And she's like, what's an annulment? He was like, since we haven't been married that long, that's what it's called, just another word. We don't even have to do the divorce or whatever since, it's been a short time. And so he's like, are you mad? I'm sorry or whatever. I still care a lot about you and I want to be with you and boo hoo hoo. And she says, no, she's not mad. But she's like, I'm going to go upstairs and go to bed and I'll have all my stuff out by the morning. Of course, he don't want to hear that. And he's like, tomorrow. So she really got him like, child, wrapped around her damn finger. I don't have fun with that, child. I don't give a damn, okay? So moving on from there, Andy talks to Sabrina for a minute. She's saying how, oh, she was still upset when I left, but she's a little calmer now. I'm going to call her back in the morning and check on her. And Andy's like, oh, she was wrong. She's like, I know. She was like, I ain't appreciate how she talked to me. She's like, I know. So she was like, when you go in there in the morning, please tell her about that or whatever. And she's like, I will. And she asked her, do she want her to come over? And she's like, no, Gary's about to come up. In the meantime, we got Preston and Danny out. They finally did make it to their dinner. And Danny is really not eating that much. She's been quiet apparently on the whole ride there. So he's like, what's going on with you? She talking about some, I'm watching my figure. So he like, well, let me do that for you. I said, I know that's right, Preston. Okay, so go ahead. So she's like, okay. So she's like, you talking a good game and all of that. And he was like, nah, seriously, what's wrong? What's going on? And so she was like, of course it has to do with Zach, Karen over here wilding the hell out. And so he was like, oh, okay, yeah, I know about that. And she was like, you do? And he was like, yeah, I actually spoke to him. She like, you did? When was this? Like, what did he say? So he's like, nah, maybe I better leave it alone. And she like, nah, seriously, what did he say? So he proceeds to say how, come on, we all saw it. Look how he was looking at, Karen and running to her, and he kind of left Fatima, and I was telling him he wrong for that. And she was like, interesting. Like, you could see the situation with Zach and how he was wrong for what he did, but then you be like, ooh, what, when it comes to me and you. I mean, typically, let's be honest, that's the way it be. We normally see other people's situations a lot clearer than we see our own. But he was like, well, I don't be over here ignoring you in front of people and all of that. And she was like, well, you sure as hell did have your time that you was trying to make me jealous. And he was like, true. But he was saying he has been getting better and he has been working on it. And she was like, yeah, that you have been, you know what I'm saying? I will give you that. But I definitely need you to be paying more attention to what's happening with us. And, what you need to be doing for me and seeing that as well. So he said that, he promised that is something he gonna work on. He was asking, can they finish their meal? And she was like, boy, we already finished, okay? But she said she could use a little bit more wine. Okay, let's go ahead and order a whole damn bottle. So, that one was going on with Preston and Danny, y'all. So moving on from there, Gary finally makes his way upstairs and he could obviously see that there's something wrong with Andy as well. And he's asking her what happened. Is she good? And, she's like, I don't want no hug from you and I don't want to sit down and chit chat. Let's get in the room and do what we do. When I'm angry or upset, you make me feel better by giving me the whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And he's basically like, nah, that's not what we're going to do. We're not going to have no damn sex tonight, because when he was asking her what happened, she said she didn't want to talk about it. And she's like, nah, I'm good. So when he said they wasn't having sex, my girl picked up that damn phone, child, and was dialing somebody else, honey. And he was like, what are you doing? And she was like, well, I'm going, call somebody else that could come and give it to me since you can't. So, because she had basically told him we passed that. And he was like, what the heck does that mean? And she was like, that pretty much means that, when I don't feel good, you make me feel better in the way that I need you to make me feel better. And so he's like, wait, hold up, wait a minute. Sis, okay, what is all of this? Gary was not here for it. He was like, are you serious? And she pretty much was like, yeah, I thought I already made myself clear. I thought you already told me, I already told you everything. And he was like, so all that stuff that you said about sex, and she was like, so he's like, she was basically like, yeah, it was real. So now, he's saying you angry, and she's like, lucky for you, the best thing we do is when we have sex. And he was like, yeah, not tonight. So of course, once she started saying she was calling somebody else, he was just like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and leave. You're in a strange place. You really need somebody to talk to. And unfortunately tonight, that's not going to be me, because girlfriend was talking about kissing that 40 and looking for a soulmate, wondering if he cheating on me. And he was like, where'd that come from, right? So she was like, sex or no? And he was like, no, not tonight. So once he saw she was calling somebody up, he said, man, I'm up out of here, all right? You do you. You know, have fun with that. Whoever you call, they ain't going to be better than me. She was like, yeah, and they probably not going to put me through as much mess as you do either. I said, and okay, points was made. But, you know, basically he was like, damn, you not the person that I thought you was. But Gary, nobody give a damn, honey. You wasn't the person nobody thought you was either, honey. Because you had a whole damn wife and a whole bunch of damn drama with you. We ain't forget. And you done lied and schemed and every damn thing else. So nobody ain't feeling sorry for you. But at the end of the day, you know, he was telling her, like, you actually need some other stuff right now. And it ain't no damn sex. But she told him, we're actually the same. You know, when we want something, we get it. Then we want to possess it and we want to suffocate the life out of it. Is that what you see? Since he was saying that he saw something different and, you know, he expected different things from her. And he was like, what is this reverse psychology? And she was like, no, it's not. It's actually just the truth. And so clearly he says, you're going through a lot right now. You need someone to talk to. And he was like, I don't like, you know, being that person tonight, or I don't feel like being that person tonight. And she said, then leave. And he was saying he gonna do just that. Okay. So they was like, bye. Okay, deuces. Get up out of here, right? So now he go ahead and leave or whatever. And, you know, she just sitting there with this thing face. And at the end, we had Calvin walk in and tell Mr. Detective, it was me. I did it. Okay, Sabrina ain't have nothing to do with this. You know, leave her out of it. It was me and Q. I said, what? Maurice, that was your answer, boy? Okay, I guess. Child, y'all put it in the comments. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this episode, honey. What y'all think coming up next. You know, let's discuss anything I left out. Let me put it down there. We'll talk about it. I don't even know what else to say when it comes to Sisters no more. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna keep it real. But baby, tell me all what you liked, what you didn't like, what you want to see. And, you know, give me a wave. Let me know you came by. Put some flames up in the sky. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you were so inclined. Till next time, y'all. Tune in.